Today is March 17th, and I have another message from the aliens. I'm an interdimensional communicator, which means I can talk to angels and aliens and other interdimensional beings. Today I'm in Los Angeles, just about to head home after spending the weekend at a meditation retreat. In my last video, I shared a message from the Galactic Federation in which they said that motherships would be visible in the sky this weekend and it would be all over the media. And here we are on Monday morning and no ships. So this morning I asked them why, and they gave me a new message to share with you. But before I get to today's message from the aliens, I want to say a few words about my last post from my perspective. First, I want to thank those of you who are followers, subscribers, and supporters. I really appreciate the likes and the positive comments you made, and I'm sorry I didn't have it in me, especially during a meditation retreat, to sift through the negative comments and find and acknowledge your positive ones. I stopped looking at comments on that video pretty soon after I posted it because of how many people really did not want to believe it could be true. And that made me really sad, not because of the hurtful comments themselves, but because it's so obvious that under that facade of sarcasm and cruelty is a deep fear and suffering. You wouldn't go out of your way to make sarcastic and unkind comments if you were a happy, healthy person. You wouldn't use your own precious time and energy to tap the comment button and spew negativity if you weren't operating from fear. And you wouldn't so forcefully reject the idea of help coming from above if you felt worthy of love and support. You just wouldn't. So when I see a negative comment, I see a person operating from a foundation of fear, who feels unworthy of being anything other than miserable. And I have compassion for these people because generations of corruption and patriarchy are why so many of you feel this way. But it's also so frustrating because the irony is the aliens could help you feel less miserable. The aliens could teach you how to release fear. They don't have to be visible in the sky to be a resource for us. I'm an example of that. My life has changed profoundly since I started communicating with the aliens, and anyone can learn to do this. The negative comments that I did see generally fell into two categories: people who accused me of lying to you, and people who accused the aliens of lying to me. The first one's easy. I am not lying to you, period. I shared exactly what they asked me to share, and as I always have. But let's talk about the second accusation, that the aliens were lying to me. For any of you who also communicate with aliens, you know that it's not just possible to be lied to, it's likely to happen. Aliens are tricky. Their leadership is organized into darkness and light, who are designed to contrast each other. They are organized into 12 districts who often disagree with each other. And they have a history of battling each other, physically and otherwise. Their mind games are as advanced as their technology. So, could the aliens have been lying to me about that message? Absolutely. Which is why I validated the message many times with several of the individual aliens I work most closely with, as well as the entire collective together. So yes, they could have been lying to me, but I confirmed that they weren't. So I shared the message as requested. Then I got on a plane to LAX. I spent the weekend in a meditation retreat, trying not to be too distracted by the idea of a mothership being visible from Los Angeles, which was one of two cities they told me might be the first to have a visible stationary ship. I had fantasies of being able to zip over to the beach and broadcast live from the view of a mothership, but that didn't happen. So today I asked the Galactic Federation to give me a message for you in response. And as usual, they sent me the message telepathically. I translated it into words on my iPad, then confirmed my interpretation with them, and now it's ready for you. Here's what they have to say to us today. Our last message was accurate at the time we shared it. We were in full agreement and we were fully prepared. But when it came time to execute the plan, Prime Creator decided against it. The council members and district representatives tried our hardest to convince him, but failed. He had changed his mind, and we could not move forward without his agreement. So for now, our auxiliary craft and orbs will continue to get more active, but the motherships are being held back from visibility until Prime Creator decides the time is right. Until then, we will continue to increase the visibility of the smaller ships and orbs and support you telepathically if you ask us to. Prime's Creator assures us that there will be a time for motherships to uncloak themselves, but that time has not come yet. The important thing to know is that we are here already, even if you can't see us. We are here to help you, especially those of you who feel hopeless. If you want us to help you, you do not have to wait for us to become visible. We are here in the sky, ready and waiting to help you individually and collectively as you prepare to transition to New Earth. So that's the message for today. I'm sorry that this weekend did not go the way we were hoping, but it doesn't mean the motherships won't appear. It just means that they aren't here yet. So in the meantime, I'm not going anywhere. My public posts will remain focused on aliens, but I will be sharing more of my personal stories and lessons inside my TikTok subscription community where it's more comfortable for me to share my personal stories. I hope to eventually have a protected community on YouTube as well, but for now, only my public posts get reposted there. There's so much we can learn from the aliens, and we are all worthy of support from above. I'll be back later this week with more from the aliens.